Thank you for coming, Magnus. Can you please take us through your game of today?
Yeah, sure. So today I was black.
What did you think about this opening?
No, I was very surprised. So maybe she was listening to the old Russian saying that you should try not to play against your own openings, and since I played this once before, maybe she thought I'd be uncomfortable facing it. So.
And were you?
I mean, not particularly, but I was wondering which line to choose because there are many possibilities here. So this is one of the more solid ones. Well, here obviously there are many options. For example, she can take on d6 here, and bishop d6. It's probably going to be more or less equal. So
you felt she was ambitious?
Yeah, she was probably, just trying to play an interesting game. And yeah. So here, I mean, I felt I was doing more or less okay. If she takes at some point, I take back. I get some open lines, and it should be fairly comfortable. And what she did looks very tempting, but it's probably not very good. So I can take the pawn, of course, and now if I take here, then white is coming out on top because the knight will be hanging here. And if I take here, then takes well, this is playable, but it seemed to me just a little bit too dull. For example, queen g4. Also, there was one other possibility, which was to play queen takes e3, but it's probably not very good. Just takes fe3 and knight d6. Okay, so queen d6. Well, now she will gain some time before I get to take the pawn. But basically my position is quite solid, so there isn't all that much she can do. So a4, she can force a5, get the pieces to some nice squares, but really I'm more or less defending everything. And it's important that I have the b4 square. As once my bishop gets there, my queen side will really be cemented. Okay, so g5 is natural, just to get something going on the king side. But in hindsight, maybe I should have played knight c4 immediately, and then. Well, there aren't any mate tricks because of the bishop on h2, but at least I haven't weakened my position, so that was probably better. And here, I don't know if knight c4 is such a good plan. Maybe I should do something like rook e8. And although she does have some compensation, I think it's a pretty good extra pawn. So. Well, now I realized what I'd done wrong, because suddenly I saw that in this line she would have bishop e5, and I couldn't really see what else to do here because she's regaining the pawn, and there's still some kind of unpleasant pressure.
But the endgame, if you give back the pawn and, for example, put your bishop on f7.
Yes, but well, it's better for black, but nevertheless, I mean, let's say something like rook d8 takes, bishop f7, rook c1, maybe rook c2 actually, in order to have knight e1, and well, I have no problems obviously, but I mean I can go b6 and then bishop back here, but it just didn't seem convincing to me. But probably this was also better than what I did, because here I felt that I was in danger of losing my entire advantage.
And at which point did you spot bishop e5?
No, when I had spotted it when I played bishop f3, but I
Okay.
hadn't when I played knight c4.
Okay.
And now it's just... actually, I was so sure that I needed to play rook d3. It was only afterwards that I discovered that rook d3 might be an alternative here. And then something like this, or also if rook d3, then yeah, queen c7 is obviously not dangerous. And okay, black wins something. So maybe this was an option. I don't know.
Okay, but in the game she didn't really...
No, I was a little bit more worried that she would go bishop c3. And here I can, for example, keep an advantage by exchanging rooks, then exchanging the queens, but nevertheless she always keeps some drawing chances. But I was happy to force the bishop here, since now it seems like I've got good control over some key central squares. By the way, it's important to note that this loses just to... and rook takes e5. And now queen, rook f8 check, and king d7. not takes because of this. Wow, maybe it doesn't work. Ah, it does work actually. Rook f7, and now not king c6 because of rook f6, but rather king d8.
And then you'll take an f8.
Finally, yes. Finally, I'll... And now there's no queen f5. Okay. Anyway, bishop here. Now she cannot take the pawn, obviously, because of bishop d2. And also if she tries to go b3, with the point that after c3 there is pretty good compensation, although black is still better. Then I guess I can go just rook d1 instead. Takes, now c3. Or maybe this is still an option here. Okay, let me just wait a second here. Ah, no. I found out after all that I can go bishop. I can just go h5 if she takes an h4. So this was not an issue actually. Rook f1. Well, g4. I was trying to play it simple. Yeah, she still has drawing chances here. Because, well, my pawns are a little weak, and I would like to have a couple more moves, like b6, king b7 or something like that to consolidate, but it's not so easy to get it in. The problem now is that she gets rook f4, and now I couldn't really see a way to keep the pawn. So I have to give it back, or I don't have to, but I like this idea anyway. And okay, she's gotten the pawn back, but still it's very difficult to defend. I'm not sure she played the best way here, but it's okay.
So what was do you think the decisive mistake, or it's not quite clear?
I think she should definitely have gone queen f4 here. Okay, then I can actually go bishop d6 and exchange the bishops, but still, I think it's a better chance. even here black should be winning, just b6 and consolidate. Yeah, okay. So, well, after some calculation I decided to go for this. And here there's just one important point, which is that if this, king a7, queen f7, now taking here is not very effective, just bishop e1. So I go rook e7 and now bishop e3.
Okay.
And that's it. So she went for this. Well, I felt that I should certainly exchange bishops, because otherwise the pawn is running very fast and her bishop is better. So here it wasn't as easy to win as I thought, since if I try to run, she can go g5, a3, g6, and it's not so easy to queen the pawn. I can try queen d5, now queen e8, g7, a2, queen a4, and yeah, then I can try to push b5. Obviously I can exchange g7 for a2 anytime I want, but I wasn't so sure, so I decided to do this instead, with the point that, well, I'm now threatening mate, and if she does something like king g1, then king b7, and if f4, a4, she cannot really stop the pawn, and I'm always one step ahead. So she tried this, which surprised me. I hadn't seen that at all, but maybe it was not such a bad try. I mean, b5 was just a blunder, actually. I hadn't seen that she could go queen e1 at all. So that was pretty stupid,
But you're still in good shape, yeah?
I think I'm still winning, but now at least she gets the queen to e5. And here I believe she should definitely have tried king e1. And I mean, I believe I'm winning, but
It's gonna take some
yeah,
work,
yeah, for sure. So I can do, for example, check, check, and then go b4.
There's
No, I cannot do this. What was I going to do here? Oh, then there's... Yeah, this was definitely a better try. Maybe queen d3 is the best. But now she's still running. No, but as I said, there are more drawing chances here than I thought. But now I don't think there are too many anymore.
After king g2, yeah?
Yeah, king g2. If king g3, obviously I have queen d6. And, well, if f3, then she cannot actually advance the pawn. So king f1, but now f5. Here I think I have several ways to win. For instance, I think check, check, check. Now not b2, queen b5, obviously. It's c6. And if queen e7, king a6 then. Yeah, the king goes up. But I thought king a6 would be simpler, as I did. Now, yeah, queen d4, then just queen c5. And if queen e6, queen f6, then just king b7, and there are no more checks. So this, but now, yeah, the king is just getting there. There are probably other ways to win as well, but I thought this one was nice.
How do you feel about your tournament so far?
I don't know. I mean, I'm very happy with the score.
How about the quality of play?
I mean, it's okay. Nothing more, but definitely nothing less.
Well, we don't have to wonder whether you're going for tournament victory, but do you think about, for example, Kasparov's 10 out of 13 from 99? Is that would that be a goal for you to try to equal?
What did you do? 10 of 13 or
10 of 13? Yeah.
I mean, that's an attainable goal, I think. So.
How about a year from now? If you would have to choose 2900 or world champion, which would you go for?
Both.
Both. Okay, clear enough. Okay. Any questions from the audience? Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.